Unless otherwise indicated, all the following scripture quotations are taken from the Holy Bible New Living Translation, with copyright by Tyndale Foundation, used by permission of Tyndale House Publishers, all rights reserved.
A couple months back, Anthony Padilla spent the day with Satanists, and I thought we could talk about it. Let's go! Hi, I'm Peachy. Welcome back to my channel, and today we're taking a look at Anthony Padilla talking to some Satanists. So I went online to check a little bit about Satanism, and it seems like quite a simple concept to understand, and the motivations are kind of simple as well. The rules-based system is quite simple, and so I looked at it and I was like, okay, this is not what I thought it was, which is absolutely wonderful. And the reason I say that this is wonderful is because I kind of hate misinformation, because it's so awful, it's so wrong, and it makes people seem like what they are not, and then people get judged unfairly for something that was not their fault. And I think that there's a lot that we can learn from how we as Christians respond to satanic imagery, how we respond to satanic followers or Satanists, and how we approach witnessing or preaching, talking about things, and having discourse with people who don't have the same belief systems as us. So I watched the first half of the video because I decided to split this into two, and I am very intrigued in, so to speak, in terms of their belief systems and what they think. And so far, what people on the video, who are Michaela, Jex, and someone named Reverend Lillard, forgot the first name, so they spoke about the experiences as Satanists and how they became Satanists and all that. And ironically, the way that you become a Satanist is you say that you're a Satanist and believe in the principles that they have, the 7 tenets, I think it's called, and then you're a Satanist. It's like the easiest belief system I've ever heard. They also have clearly mentioned they do not do human sacrifice, they do not do animal sacrifice, they do not harm children, and many of them actually love children, which I can believe, because in this day and age, we're starting to understand things about people, and we're starting to understand that a lot of religious leaders, especially in the Christian sphere, thrive on fear and fear tactics and scare tactics to force people into accepting religion. And I really hate that. I hate that so much, because I believe in having a relationship with God, which is why I'm like, I don't care if you don't call me a Christian, or if you don't consider me a Christian, or if I don't consider me a Christian. I know who I am, and I know the relationship that I have with the God that I serve. And so I see that so much, and it really, really makes me angry when I see Christians go out of their way to oppress other people, trying to behave as if this is what God wanted, despite the fact that Jesus preached a message of love and of peace. And so it's so conflicting, in my opinion. And when it comes to Satanists, I can understand what they're saying. A lot of the Satanists on the video were talking about how Satanism is an anti-religion. And Reverend Lillard mentioned that he was reading the Bible and didn't agree with what it said, and that was why one of the fundamental reasons for why he became a Satanist. The woman called Jex, I think you could say a woman, I'm not sure of her gender pronouns or whatever, but she said it was because she was part of the Wesleyan Church and did not agree with the principles of sort of like self-flagellation, because Christianity tends to be a religion where it's about self-control and often through self-flagellation, and that's why the churches often come across as you're not allowed to do anything fun or anything that you enjoy because it's bad. Meanwhile, the opposite is actually true in the Bible. I've read Ecclesiastes recently. It's freaking amazing. It has really a whole bunch of these questions that you can think about when you are saying, where is God? Who is God? What's happening in my life? Why do bad things happen? There's a whole bunch of those questions in the book of Ecclesiastes. And in Ecclesiastes, the writer, who we believe is Solomon, because the beginning of the book starts with the teacher, the son of David, something like that. So we believe it's Solomon, and he says everything's meaningless, eat, drink and be happy, but just remember that at the end of the day, you have to be accountable to God. So that's giving you like a whole bunch of insight into how things actually should be in Christianity. And like I said, I believe in having a relationship with God. I believe in not spreading misinformation in order to sort of defend God's honor. I don't know why we would need to do that, but people do. And I feel like if God is so good, if God is so powerful, then people should be able to see it. If God is so great and so worthy of being served, people should be able to see it. You shouldn't have to scare them into doing it. But anyway, that's just my opinion. I'm going to look at the second half of the video and have a little bit more in-depth discussion. I also thought we'd take a look at what some people are saying on Quora and maybe take a look at some articles about the situation. So those are just my thoughts, and I would love to know what you think. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and also stay tuned for your scripture of the day. Your scripture of the day comes from Jeremiah 33 verse 3, which says, "Ask me and I will tell you remarkable secrets you do not know about things to come." Well, I guess that's it for today. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope that you have an awesome evening further, because you deserve it. Cheers!
그대 잠깐 눈을 붙일 때 나는 마음에